welcome to the show with Mike and T-Roy. Hello, T.
Hey, pal.
How are you, buddy?
So good?
So good.
Hump day.
Hump day. Last show of the week for us.
Oh, it's like Friday.
Yeah.
Almost.
For you, almost.
Kind of.
Yeah, sort of. It's a half day.
Yeah, you get to go on vacation.
Yeah.
You got to make it work.
I do. I like we're both wearing our Detroit shit.
Hey.
We're repping the D.
Exactly.
313 DET. And T's got that wonderful old school Detroit Tiger shirt on.
Throwback. Absolutely.
Love it.
Legit.
Yeah. How you're feeling a bit rough? Are you feeling every bit of our age?
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I am. It's something about, I think, when this weather starts changing.
You ever wake up and have bruises on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bruise. I'm fucking always at work banging shit.
Yeah.
Myself up. So
I'm
always messed up.
I have a bruise on, let's see, which side of the fat is it? It's on the right fat.
Okay.
I have like a 2-inch bruise. All of a sudden, I'm like, I'm sure I banged it on something.
Yeah.
I must have.
Like John Daly said, though, that's why you're never injured. You can't pull fat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
A little sore, baby, but you're not injured.
I was saying, though, for as shitty as we both feel all the time, you really do look good. We do. I don't feel like we look that old.
No, I don't. I think it's perspective, perhaps. I like to think that we look pretty good.
Like
for
you don't
50.
have wrinkles and shit. Like, I'm not gonna name any names, but I see a lot of people out there that we went to
Don't
school
hold up
with.
quite as well.
Understatement of the year, but I look at them and I go, oh yeah, that dude looks every bit of 50 or more. That chick, oh my God.
What was the thing I pulled up not too long ago when it was like the age of everybody when we grew up watching TV, like Archie Bunker and Red Fox and all that, and they were all like in their 40s or some shit.
Yeah, we were watching.
Terrifying.
We were Googling, it was something on Archie Bunker, and he was like 38 or something when he was doing that show. Oh, gee. And we were like, oh my God, he looks like he's 70. I wonder how old he is here. And you Googled and it was like,
oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it showed everybody's age, like B. Arthur, like all these, whatever. They look like they were in their 60s and they were
What is that?
Like early, mid 40s. I don't know.
I don't understand that because, B. Arthur, she's probably in her fucking 40s doing Golden Girls. She looks every bit of 100.
Right.
But Archie Bunker was absolutely shocking because I want to say,
amazing.
No, you know what it was? No, it was The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, that's when we found out, yeah.
Tony Soprano was like 38. We're like, because I'm watching it with you. We're watching. Right. I'm like, how old do you think he is here? He goes, I don't know, early 50s. I was like,
that's what he looks.
Yeah, he's got to be early 50s, right?
Yeah.
And you Googled, he was like 38. We're like,
Season 1 of Sopranos.
Yeah.
James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
38.
He's 38. And you're like, Jesus, man.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. He's 38. He's got a 15-year-old daughter. It totally fits. But
yeah,
it's just so weird. But yeah, I keep doing that where I'm looking at Facebook and people post pictures and they're fine. I'm not making fun of anybody, but it's
no.
I look at you and I'm like, yeah, Troy looks almost the same as he did in high school.
Oh, so I look like I was 50 when I was in high school.
Yeah, but you were just a big dude.
Yeah.
You're tall, athletic build, and you're still that dude. Right. But I don't see like wrinkles and a lot of wear and tear.
Well, I wish I felt as good as I looked, apparently.
Yeah. Well, it's like, yeah, okay, I've got baby soft hands because I've never done anything. I've never like used a screwdriver or a wrench.
Yeah.
So it seems like you would be, it would make more sense if you were a little rougher around the edges just because, you've actually done real work.
Yeah.
But no, you hold up well. A lot better than a lot of people we went to school with.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, you were checking out Old Dads.
I was, yeah. I just finished watching that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funniest movie you've seen in 15 years?
No,
me either.
No, it was not that funny. There was some stuff in there, but it wasn't funny like start to finish.
Right.
It was good. I really enjoyed it.
It was a movie basically doing what we do on the talk show.
Yeah.
Kind of making fun of and calling out, it
was very relatable.
Yeah.
In a lot of situations.
And Bill's a few years older than us. Bill Burr is the star of it and wrote it and directed it and all that. Good for him. But yeah, there were definitely some moments in there where I'm like, oh shit, he probably had to go through some, when you're doing Bruce Jenner jokes.
Oh yeah.
Even dead naming Caitlyn Jenner can be problematic.
Right.
I think someone called someone a fag in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which was refreshing as shit
It's nice to hear that, right?
Yeah, yeah. And again, I'll stress it. You could absolutely make those movies and be as hardcore as you want. And the vast majority of people would just find it funny.
Yeah.
Find it entertaining. But there are some, and what was it, Maloxy? Was that the one that Amy Poehler did? I thought it was a joke. I'm like waiting for the punchline. Like Amy Poehler's obviously making fun of.
You would think.
These
you would
woke but it wasn't. And it was like, holy shit, this is the biggest woke pile of shit I've ever seen in my life.
Maloxy?
Moxie or something like that.
No idea. No, I don't even know. Heard of it.
When I was in California during the pandemic, every couple nights, my folks and I would watch a movie. And it was like, Dad, you pick a movie tonight. And he's like, I'm like, fuck, we're watching Top Gun again?
Yeah, Moxie, 2021.
Yeah, there you go. And it was like, all right, let's check out Moxie. I want to say he picked it. And it was like, Amy Poehler. You can't go wrong with Amy Poehler. And I was like, yeah, it is the biggest pile of shit, garbage, dump, awful woke movie ever. And we shut it off. Like 45 minutes in, we were just like, okay, we can't.
Even Bob had enough?
Can't do this. Oh, yeah, Bob was done before I was.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm liking this dude more and more.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He is done with that stuff.
I saw somebody made a post about your girl, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
So they started watching that movie and was like, what the fuck? She looks like shit. I was like, Bob told you.
Yeah. Bob warned you.
Don't act like Bob didn't tell you.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Seeing gratuitous nudity in a movie now is like, we grew up with gratuitous nudity.
Absolutely.
Like every movie, I don't care what it was rated, had some gratuitous titties in it, nice ass shot, whatever.
Yep. Oh, the 80s.
Like it was great. I don't care if it was Porky or Revenge of the Nerds. Like they all had like hot chicks topless in them. And now it's like pulling teeth to get a goddamn nip slip.
Yeah, to get somebody like Jennifer Lawrence to go full frontal.
Full frontal,
God bless.
And so maybe if we were seeing that on the regular in every movie, I'd be like, yeah, she could do better. But I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
that's fair.
that she actually did it herself, went full frontal. I'm like,
there's no chance of body double in that. That's her straight up.
No, she's talked about it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because family and friends were warning her, and she's like, it's fucking funny.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Who gives a shit?
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, good attitude. Do it more. And you know what? The truth of the matter is, in 20 years, like, don't you wish you had us on film in our heyday?
No.
Well, not on film, like doing all the shit we did, but if you had like real, like that'd be so cool to be in a movie, you're smoking hot, and nude, and then you can go back and people are like, oh God, she's gross now. She's in her 60s and gross. And it's like, yeah, bitch. Shit.
Pulling box in the old folks' home.
Yeah.
Like what I used to do.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, and she's probably not going to want to pull up the Ken Bone photos. I saw her butthole and I liked it, but if
they'll still be out there.
Yeah. But if she's showing titties in movies, that's great. Good for her.
Yeah.
I think it's great. And it'd be something cool to look back on.
It's a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah. No doubt about it. So you liked Old Dads?
I did. It was entertaining. It was one of the better movies that I've watched in quite a while. Not that I've watched many, but
I agree. I enjoyed it as well. There's some definitely funny moments in it, and it's a premise that most people our age will recognize. And
as a parent and of this age bracket, so it was very relatable in certain situations.
Yeah, I kind of I thought about it today, and I was like, did it come full circle? And like those people learned a lesson, like they're being douchebags. And I don't really know that it did.
Not really. I mean, a little bit. But not really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that they were wrong. It's just that it's sort of that evolve or die type of thing.
Yeah.
Don't be the dinosaur.
No, I mean like the teacher.
Oh, no. Like she turns out that was a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No. She turned out to be a piece of shit because she was a piece of shit.
Right. So, which those people usually are. They're just absolute bullies. Mm-hmm. Just bully. There's so much subtle bullying in those scenes, and it's like, that's what we read about every single day. Mm-hmm. Every single day, it's this subtle bullying that they want to pretend to be the good guy. They're the protagonist, if you will, in the story. They're always the hero.
Yeah.
And in reality, when you look at it from afar, like that whole idea of how about you just don't be a dick to people?
That's a
How
good
about
way to
we
go.
just, be cool to people. There are times when you're going to have to elevate a little bit and defend yourself or whatever. That's fine. That happens. But if you're going through life looking to pick out everybody's fault and where they're stepping wrong and blah blah blah, you're an asshole.
Yep.
And you're a bully.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot of people getting their comeuppance in that. People that wronged them got wronged and things like that. Not wronged, I guess karma's a bitch.
Yeah. So anyway, I think people that like this show will find that entertaining. We're not giving it a 10 out of 10 or anything like that.
No, but I would give it a thumbs up.
Oh, for sure. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah. 2 hours.
And when was the last time you heard cunt or fag in a movie?
Yeah,
it's hard to find.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. So, was there any titties in it? I don't think there were.
There was some in the strip
the strip club. Yeah.
There was
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A few.
So, yeah. Anyway, moving on to other things, as I'm always in that weird night before I fly thing.
In the mental checklist stage?
Yeah, where I know I'm going to forget shit. I know, I've got a couple concerns on my mind, honestly. Like going on it's either 3 rounds or 4 rounds, but it's 4 days up in northern Arizona golfing with Tooch and G and the mayor. I definitely do.
Okay.
I have enough balls. I'm worried about my back. I'm worried about Tooch's back.
Sure.
I mean, he had surgery a week before I did, and that's...
He's been playing quite a bit of golf, though.
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know he does, but not like 3-4 days in a row.
Yeah, he was just up on an outing.
Was he?
Yeah, they went up on their golf weekend or whatever. Sounded like he held up pretty well.
Okay, that's good. And it doesn't really hurt. It's more the walking than the swing. So anyway, I can't help but have that in the back of my head, but... just going through the checklist.
Well, with that attitude, you're going to be all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah, maybe.
Got to go in there with a positive outlook, Michael.
Well, I just have to hope that
you're going to be fine until you're not fine.
Yeah, that's true. I could go in with a better attitude, but I really pray that it hasn't rained, which it probably hasn't, because then cart path only is not my friend.
No.
Cart path only is devastating for someone like me. I need to drive right up to my ball. I need to damn near pull up on the green to putt.
Yeah.
So. But that's the only thing that could really
do it
fuck
like
me
polo,
up.
Just drive by and just whack it. Pull out the old mallet.
Absolutely. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Check the forecast. How's the weather looking?
The weather's going to be great. It'll be in the high 60s, low 70s during the day and sunny.
Lovely.
Which is perfect. That'll be great. But then, dude, it's the desert, so it'll dip down into the damn 30s at night.
For sure.
So, but he's got this hot tub that's what most people would consider a small swimming pool.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking huge. So, definitely bringing a suit. Planning on jumping in that thing.
Good idea.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm sorry we won't be here for a couple days doing a show, but doing a little trick or treating with Marshy, and then I'll be back on the 1st. So,
let's see. Oh yeah. Yep.
What?
74 is the high. I was checking out the forecast.
Where?
60 in Sedona.
Sedona. Okay, I think it's Sholo is the name of it. Okay. But yeah.
How far is that from Sedona?
Probably a couple hours.
That far?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it'll be north. It'll be wildly different because it's like 85 in Phoenix.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
Something like that. It doesn't matter. But we've been paying attention to it. So maybe it requires a little
rain.
Sweatshirt.
It's sunny or mostly sunny every day.
Yeah, that's the way it goes there. Yep. I can get some vitamin D. I get some vitamin D going, which is good. Lose a little bit of my depression.
There you go.
The clouds really fuck me up.
And come right back here to a funk.
Exactly.
Fucking balls cold by the time you get back here.
I know, right? It's been nice the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a couple more days.
74 yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was today.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow. And
awesome.
And then, bottom drops out next week.
Yeah. Is this 40s. Crisscross applesauce?
The summer? I don't think so.
No?
I guess maybe, technically.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. We used to call it Indian summer, kids.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
Can't do it anymore. So crisscross applesauce, I believe, is what you're supposed to call it. Dwight Howard.
Okay.
Where do we stand on Dwight Howard?
I think he's a clown.
Clown, yeah. Little clownish. Hall of Famer?
No.
You don't think? I didn't know, but 8-time All-Star, 3-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. That's pretty impressive.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. But
His shoulders have always creeped me out.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was a center when there was not a lot of great centers in the league.
Yeah.
So
G thinks he got overlooked a lot because he played with people like Shaq, who just absolutely dominated as a center.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
But anyway, he's denying he's involved in a sexual assault.
Oh no.
Yeah, assault and battery allegations.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Assault and battery?
Yep.
Oh boy.
I don't know who to believe on this one.
We got a little he said, she said action. Oh, we got a little he said action.
Maybe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dwight. Okay.
Yep. So this gentleman
All right.
is pursuing assault and battery allegations. So Dwight, for his part, is asking.
Well, assault and battery seems different than sexual assault.
Well, he's denied sexual assault and battery allegations.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
but you got to think with a Dwight Howard, if he's even remotely proportionate,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
yeah.
a weapon he's walking around with.
Sure,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing would be
Yeah, you can knock a dude out with
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Like this is no bullshit like a baseball bat. You know? So sexual assault, allegations or battery
Was that just
know.
from fucking him?
could be.
Okay.
They don't go into great detail, but I don't know what else to make of it. Like, look,
I mean, you gotta see
I
what's coming at you. I would think you can't just go into that blind like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but there's no way that I could battery someone with what I have.
You could assault them, but not battery.
I could, well,
You can
yeah,
get to the assault, but the batteries.
I could
where you'd
punch
be
a
lacking.
girl and all that kind of stuff. I could force myself into a rape situation. Yes, that would be terrible. But I could probably do that with a lot of girls.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like battery with my
No,
stuff,
No,
like
that's what I'm saying.
that's
yeah. You can get the assault, but the battery you're woefully lacking.
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Where I would say the difference between myself and Dwight Howard is he could absolutely battery someone with that thing.
For sure.
You know,
Yeah.
if it's
Club above
again,
the
if
head
it's
and neck
remotely
area.
in the vicinity of what it should be.
Okay, let's find some deets.
Yeah. Well,
What do they say?
Howard said Monday he engaged in consensual sexual activity
All right.
with a man named Stephen Harper
All right.
in July of 21.
I didn't even know Dwight Howard was into that type of thing.
I didn't either, but it makes a lot of sense because every time I looked at him, there was something.
Bit off.
Yeah, there was something a bit mowy about him.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what. Maybe it's the lips or the shoulders or something. There was something. Not that it's a bad thing.
Fair.
More power to him.
Yeah.
But-
Was those fucking high cheekbones?
Yeah, something. Maybe it seemed like his lips were glossed
Perhaps.
at times. I don't know. So this happened at July 21, an encounter at Howard's residence in Georgia. He denied that he caused any injury to Harper. Well, did you get in that asshole with a magnifying glass? How the hell are you going to know what you
Right.
did or did not cause?
Okay.
And can you hold him responsible for that if he just deep dicks you so hard and
Well, you
really
know,
rips
I mean-
some shit to shreds?
It's a gray area there.
Yeah.
But it depends on what you're getting into. Safe words, they're saying stop if they're
Yeah.
crying, things like that.
Sobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just a good deep dicking, it's hard to
Well,
prove assault and battery on that.
One man's deep dicking is another man's assault and battery.
I get
you
it.
know?
I understand. And I mean, this person had to know what they were signing up for. I would think. I mean, at
would
least on
hope.
some level.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't just take it in the shitter without at least putting your fucking hands on the goods first. I would assume.
Yeah,
you don't just
you-
take that thing blindly.
I think you go mouth before.
Probably,
Probably,
yes.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you know what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Before you fucking open up the rear fucking hatch.
You should know what you're dealing with the minute you see Dwight Howard's name pop up in your DMs.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
And
that
maybe dude just wasn't ready. Maybe he thought he had that kind of game.
Yeah. But he
And,
doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he thinks he can just jump into an NBA field.
Hey, I don't know what this guy's track record like. I don't know what his Mount Rushmore looks like.
Stephen
He could-
Harper's?
Yeah, he could have some well hung action in there.
Yeah.
For all I know.
NBA action though.
Hey, listen, you don't have to be an NBA star to have a fucking hog.
No,
there's
that's
there's
true.
plenty of hogs to go around.
I know, but you would just think an NBA hog would be a next level hog.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't spent a lot of time in NBA lockers. I just got to assume.
We'll see in the He gets to the courtroom.
Yeah.
Brings out Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Harper's lawyer said he and Howard first began corresponding over DM on Instagram.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one. Harper initiated the exchange. So he got in there.
See, exactly.
He dove into Dwight's DMs.
A little jungle fever.
Yeah. Well, Stephen Harper. Is that a black dude's name? White dude's
very
name?
possible.
It could be. Could go either way. It's Stephen, not a V. If it was a V, Stephen, I'd say white guy.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I think a PH is more of a black guy name,
you
right?
got Alvin Harper, you got Bryce Harper. You go anywhere in between.
Yeah. But like Stephen, I'm trying to think of a good Stephen. But that's like Stephen. It could be Stephen Harper.
Yeah.
Which is definitely a black dude's name, right? There's no white Stephens.
Let's see. Nope. White as shit.
What?
What? No way. Oh, hold on. That can't
Wait,
be.
are you looking at him?
That can't be the right guy.
Let me see.
Hold on. Oh, how long did Harper serve as prime minister? Okay, it's got to be
Yeah,
a different
one. I hope it's a different one.
Hold on, let me narrow that down to. There we go.
Do you actually have an image of him?
Well, yeah, but that was I almost
prime minister?
put that guy on blast.
Yeah, we don't want to get sued by that guy for
No,
linking him to Dwight Howard.
there does not seem to be any pictures.
All right. I wouldn't want those out there if it was me either, but
Wait, nope. There was a picture of it looked like a chick, but looks like a dude, like as a chick, but that's Massin Ellie something. It popped up like that was the story, but it's not.
So Harper accused Howard of sexually assaulting him at Howard's home during the encounter in July. We fully anticipated Mr. Howard to raise the issue of consent in his answer, Harper's attorney said, told ESPN. Harper's complaint also accused Howard of intentional infliction of emotional distress and false imprisonment.
Oh, okay.
Does that mean you wouldn't pull out?
Or you wouldn't let him up. He's trying to get up, and you kept him down. You wouldn't let him leave the house. I don't know. False imprisonment.
Yeah.
There's no pictures of this dude at least that I can find.
What was a private consensual encounter was made public for profit, and Mr. Howard looks forward to bringing truth to light in a court of law. The allegations against Mr. Howard are contested. Mr. Howard intends to present the truth. The truth is Mr. Howard blocked Mr. Harper on social media and then was confronted with two options: pay to protect his reputation or have a fabricated story made public.
Oh, I see. The old blackmail deal.
I think it's African American. I don't think you're supposed to just call him that, but
so this might be the person of which
that looks like he could take it.
I don't know. It looks pretty skinny.
Skinny, yeah, but confident.
Yeah, well, he went in there confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Do you think Dwight wanted this getting out there?
Probably not, would
Yeah.
be my guess, because that's the first I've heard of said scenario. But
despite being an easy target due to the subject matter and his status as a celebrity, Mr. Howard chose to trust in the justice system. Harper's complaint includes screenshots of alleged Instagram messages between Harper and Howard, along with an Uber receipt of Harper's trip to Howard's residence.
okay, so
Okay,
just
no one's contesting
nope,
that you
I don't
showed
think anybody
up.
said that you were there and that you took that dick.
Yeah.
I think we're wondering what exactly happened betwixt them sheets.
Yeah, no one said, wait, I've never met this guy in my life. He's insane. And then it would be relevant for you to go, here's an Uber receipt for me going to his house, and here's our Instagram DMs.
Yep.
But
Doesn't seem to
Howard's
be
going,
denying
no. Yeah, we absolutely butt fucked and blew each other and all that, but they're totally consensual. You know?
All right.
So this guy's, he's trying to bring receipts, but he's bringing the wrong receipts, if you ask me.
And this be our first he said type shakedown?
Maybe.
You can think of?
An actual shakedown? Yeah, maybe.
You know?
There's probably some out there.
Believe all women, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That dude did look a little womanly.
Sure.
Let's say he's the woman in this.
Yep.
Harper went to police a year later, so he'd healed up at that point.
Oh, okay.
No charges were filed. This report was made following Mr. Harper being blocked on social media and after the first demand for payment was rejected.
Oh, yeah. Shakedown.
Yeah. In Georgia, the statute of limitations for filing this type of civil lawsuit is 2 years from the date of the incident. We had some independent investigation to conduct, and Mr. Harper had some private factors to consider. Well, you couldn't swing by the court once in 2 years?
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get paid. I think we see right through this bullshit.
Yeah. By the way, in case you were wondering, Dwight Howard is a father
Okay.
of 5
Okay.
kids with 5 different women.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, which is kind of the NBA model.
That checks out. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
He most recently signed to play with the Taiyuan Leopards in Taiwan.
I was going to say, he's out the league.
Yeah. He was named most valuable import at the end of the 23 season.
Okay.
It's kind of a cool award, right?
I'm surprised he's not the most valuable player.
Yeah, right.
He's got to be like,
I thought he had a tryout with someone this year, like the Warriors or something.
maybe he's probably trying to get back in the league. He's still playing, but doesn't mean he's gonna.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, at his size, you'd think he could still ball a little bit. I think he's like 37, though.
That's up there.
Yeah.
That's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'll dominate in Taiwan.
Yeah. Do you think this status now of being bi or whatever he is, helps his push for the Hall? Like if they want to look inclusive? Because I think the black community has some problems. The black community kind of frowns on the hobos.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
from what I can see,
At
they're
least,
not.
at least vocally.
Yeah.
I think that's the.
Yeah.
It's kind of like those.
Not all.
No,
I'm not saying all.
No. I'm just saying they're very vocal about it.
Yeah.
But I think they invented the DL, the down low.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
But we've seen it come back to bite, you know, whether it's Kevin Hart, who's like, nah, I'd kill my kid if he was a homo, you know, whatever he said, something along those lines.
Basically, that's the gist of it.
But,
Yep.
and I think that's kind of an attitude that a lot of them have had.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how well that would go over in an NBA locker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know that would be like totally welcome.
I don't know.
They pretend it's totally welcome in the NFL.
Sure
see,
it is.
see that all the time, you know, where they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank God we got this gay guy on our team.
I mean,
It's huge.
statistically speaking, there's been so many gay guys that have come through all professional sports.
Right.
I mean, just
There's got to be already gay guys in the Hall, but if there's not, he could be. If he was like, I'm the first openly gay in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I don't know what the standards are for the NBA.
Is he openly gay?
Well, it was a consensual relationship with a dude. I don't know how far you got to go before they go, yeah, it's checked all the boxes.
I think you have to technically come out to be openly gay or bi.
Can you be sucking dicks and be straight?
No, I don't think so. I think that crosses the line there.
I would think.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah,
bad line, but
no, I think
it's,
by
you know,
definition, I think that makes you bi.
yeah.
Yeah. There's there's the straight, which is this only. There's the bi, which gets everybody,
Yeah.
and then there's the gay, which is this only.
Right.
You know, but I think once you cross that threshold,
Yeah.
you lose that straight status.
I really worried about the bi. They seem selfish to me.
Yeah.
As a group, you know, because when Fauci told us like, oh, anybody can get AIDS if you just walk into a room where someone walked through with AIDS, you could get it. Get it from eating cereal, I think he said at one point.
Touch a doorknob.
Yeah, he was a real clown. He knew that was bullshit then too. He's known for being 100% full of shit on a lot of things.
Interesting.
So when Fauci said that, it was like, oh shit. Well, it's the buys we got to worry about.
Yeah,
if they're dipping their
Crossing
fucking
genres, yeah.
yeah, if they're dipping into this fucking,
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
over
That's what I
here,
said,
and then they're
these
coming
poor
over
wives coming home just fucking their husbands and all of a sudden catching the AIDS.
Here.
Like,
Yeah,
What do you mean?
What
I haven't
happened?
fucked anybody but my husband.
yeah,
Oops.
yeah. Something doesn't add up.
I ate some cereal, honey. It's not my fault.
Yeah, yeah. Magic Johnson.
touched the
That's what
doorknob.
he told Cookie.
Yeah. He attained.
He attained it. Worked really hard to attain it.
Yeah.
It's gone now, though.
Yeah. Role model.
Yeah, it's weird. I was not expecting that to be in my story today, and I don't know. We'll
Yet here
see.
we are.
Yeah, I'd like to see how that plays out. You know,
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. Well, at this point, I was gonna say a settlement, but
Now that it's out?
no, dude, take it to the fucking hilt. Fuck this guy. No,
that
again.
might be the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first place.
Yeah, at this point, screw it. You got nothing less to lose, man. Don't make
Yeah.
sure that you stand up for your values, my man.
Yeah. He's got to have made a lot of money, right? Whether he still has it or not.
Yeah,
Dwight's
I mean-
probably doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, he had a long, Hall of Fame caliber career in the NBA. He's had some legit contracts. I mean, I'm sure he made a couple $100 million in the NBA.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
Yeah. He was part of that Orlando Magic team, right?
Yes.
Early on.
Yep.
Was that with Shaq and him, or
He wasn't
is
there
that
with Shaq.
Stephon Marbury, or
Yeah, he was there with Steph.
was he?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Never been a huge fan, so
Nope.
not because of the gay thing. I don't care about that, but just never been a huge fan.
Let's see. What do you think they have his net worth at?
30 million.
140.
140?
2023 says 140 million.
That'd be impressive
Yep.
if that's true. Good for him.
Yeah.
But if that's true, which it could be 100% bullshit. You know, they told me Vinny Dombrowski's
Yeah,
net
of
worth was
course.
60 million.
Yeah.
So, if that's even remotely true, is it worth $100,000 to make some, so we don't have to deal with the whole like?
Well, it's one of those
questions
things where
alone.
once you start paying, there's no guarantee that it's going to end.
Yeah, true.
So,
Yeah, it's negotiating with terrorists.
let's see. Total. Oh my God! You should put some fucking commas in there, fuckers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 247 million in his career as an NBA player.
He's already blown through 100 and
I guess.
yeah. Well, a lot of that would be taxes. And,
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
paying that agent,
Yep.
paying off other dudes to shut up,
Yep.
whatever.
And last year he made 26.4 lakhs.
Oh, cool.
Who the fuck that is?
He made that in where was he at?
Taiwan?
Taiwan, was it? Is that what I said? Yeah, in Taiwan. Taiwan Leopards.
The rappers?
Leopards.
Oh, the leopards.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Very good. Good team.
But they were rappers.
No, Leopards. Dozens of United States filed a lawsuit against Meta.
Dozens of United states.
Yeah.
Okay.
Against Meta.
Well,
and
there's only like 4 dozen of them. So
Yeah.
how many dozens are we talking about?
33 states.
Okay, more than half.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Against Meta and its Instagram social media platform yesterday, accusing the tech conglomerate of contributing to the mental health crisis in American youth by making them addicted to its products.
Oh.
I don't know how yet.
Is this class action? Do we get a piece of this?
I doubt we do.
Well, who gets the fucking money then?
The states.
Fuck you. I want a piece of this.
Yeah. But we're not youths.
No, I have youths.
Yeah. Are they fucked up because of the internet?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, they are.
They all are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is a
Yeah, I'm not even just picking on my kids. They're all
Yeah,
fucked up.
they're
from
all
it.
fucked up.
Yeah. Listen, I've seen you dipping your toe in this TikTok thing lately, man.
Yeah, it's not good.
You're getting there.
It's not good.
Yeah. Writing's on the wall.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Yeah. There's no doubt. There's a lot of fun stuff, good stuff, but you can look up and breeze through an hour in what feels like 2
Exactly
seconds.
right.
Yeah. You could breeze through 12 hours and not even know. Just be like, oh shit, where'd the day go?
Yep, there goes all productivity.
TikTok.
Out the window.
Which is why in China they don't let kids on this.
Yep.
Their TikTok is very different. That should tell you everything you need
Exactly
to know.
right. And limited, capped in time, like an hour a day or something
Yeah,
like that.
and the TikTok videos those kids get are like science problems, math equations. Yeah. They're not.
This is the equivalent of fentanyl.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's the destruction of a society.
It's digital fentanyl coming into our society.
Yep. And
We're being attacked
it's
on all fronts.
equally as addictive.
Yep.
It really is.
Yeah,
and
and mentally
good
deadly.
luck changing that because these kids are not like we can always look back to the glory days and be like, I remember when you left home and it was like, good luck getting a hold of me.
Yep.
Nobody knew where you were. Your parents couldn't keep tabs. Like we remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first computer and being like, holy shit, we can look stuff up on this thing. And
This will do math?
Yeah. Yeah. It was mind blowing, but we got to enjoy an entire generation of just innocence, living a normal life. Those days are so
face-to-face
gone,
contact.
dude. So gone. I watch my brother and the warden struggle with it with Marshall.
Yep.
And I feel bad for him because there's not a bunch of kids around him. So it's not like he can go out on his bike and play with 10 neighborhood kids for a pickup game.
Yeah, right.
Like, that doesn't exist where he's at. And, I know Kristen and Jen are dealing with it, where they're clamping down. Now, they have more kids around them, obviously, so that helps. But
doesn't make the kids worth a shit.
It's a real problem, though. Yeah. I can only imagine if you're not a very attentive parent, and God only knows what your 10-year-old's doing on there.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea that they're just staying on YouTube Kids. Mm-hmm. Bullshit. No way. And when you pop your head in and look at the videos they're watching people, grown-ass people, play video games. And these people are swearing their heads off.
That's the worst. It's so dumb.
So dumb. They love it.
It's one of the most asinine things I've ever seen or heard of in my life.
Yeah.
Is watching someone else play fucking video games.
Yeah.
Bad enough just playing the video games yourself, but watching videos of someone else playing.
How is that any different than them going, go out front and play football? You're actually watching other grown-ass men play football? What's the matter with you?
Well, shit, you got me there.
Yeah, but it's how we grew up. But we would have never done that. We would have never sat there and watched a competition of video games. You know what I mean? Like we just wouldn't have. Dude, do you realize they're putting those tournaments on in like fucking arenas now?
Yeah.
With real prizes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I told you, my nephew's on the Boise State esports team, whatever. And he was the whatever the fucking conference, like player of the week for something last week or 2 weeks ago. Shout out to Wyatt. Good job, buddy.
There you go, Wyatt.
Fucking,
it's unbelievable.
But funny though is that he's
How
not
does a
even.
parent get mad at their kid for doing that 20 hours a day then? Because you wouldn't if he was.
But
he's
not. The funniest though is
gym.
that he's not that at all. He's a dude. He's fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
He's got a mullet. He looks like Bubba when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He's got fucking. He's shredded from fucking scars from skiing, competitive skiing and shit.
Yeah.
He's not the indoor nerd on his shit all the time, which is why it was even funny that I saw that was what he was doing.
Hey, he's got a gift.
Yeah, for sure. Talented,
Clearly.
no doubt.
Can you imagine he makes $1 million a year playing fucking video games?
Hey, man, listen, if you can do it, do it.
So, attorneys generals from 33 states, including California and New York, filed the complaint in the Northern District of California federal court claiming Meta violated federal children's online privacy and state consumer protection laws. Meta has harnessed powerful and unprecedented technologies to entice, engage, and ultimately ensnare youth and teens. Its motive is profit. 100% true. Mm-hmm. There's no denying that.
Yep.
They do not give a shit about what it's doing to your kids. And we've talked about it before. We've watched the documentaries. They're out there. You can see the top engineers at Google or Meta, wherever. They don't let their kids use this shit.
Nope.
They don't let their own children use these platforms.
They know it.
The lawsuit alleges Meta has misled the public about the substantial dangers of its social media platforms by concealing its practices to make its most vulnerable consumers, teens and children, into addictive, compulsive social media users. State-cited research that shows children's use of Meta platforms, is associated with depression, anxiety, insomnia, interference with education and daily life, and many other negative outcomes. Yeah, and every parent out there knows what that looks like. Every aunt and uncle knows what that's like if you don't have kids, when you go to dinner with a kid and you try to take their fucking phone away during dinner.
Disaster.
And you can have an absolute meltdown on your hands. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy issued an advisory in May. I'm issuing this advisory because we're in the middle of a youth mental health crisis, and I'm concerned that social media is contributing to the harms that kids are experiencing. No. Mm-hmm. You think? You think, Vivek? You think that's maybe possible? Really? Slow down. I mean, we've been bitching about this since 2012.
Yeah.
Like, it's 2023. You should have been on this shit
out in front of this
well over a decade ago.
Needed to be.
Adolescents between the ages of 12 and 15 who spent over 3 hours on social media per day had double the risk of developing symptoms of depression and anxiety. And the blame should not be placed entirely on parents who attempt to manage a healthy dose of social media for their children. It's an unreasonable expectation because prior generations never had to experience and manage the rapidly evolving tech that fundamentally changed how kids thought about themselves, how they thought about their friendships, how they saw the world. Meta said in a statement, the Attorney General's commitment to providing teens with safe, positive experiences online, and have already introduced over 30 tools to support teens and their families. Yeah, no one's paying it. That's like what we've got rules, terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody on earth has ever read those.
Nope. Click.
So this idea that we put help guidelines. It's like the bullshit of like, oh, if you're going to drink responsibly, when they flash that on the screen, like anyone's ever watched a TV commercial going, oh, wow, yeah, I should try that. I should try to drink responsibly tonight.
Yeah.
It's the stupid fucking, they're hitting us every minute of every day with gambling promotions. And then like, oh, if you got a problem, by the way,
call this number.
Call this number. It's probably just a ghost village. No one's ever called that number, right? It's just one asshole there waiting for the phone to ring.
It's just part of the deal. You have to put a support system in for it.
Yeah. A support system.
Yeah.
I bet it's dynamite. I bet it really works, too. So they said, we're disappointed that instead of working productively with companies across the industry to create clear, age-appropriate standards for the many apps teens use, the attorneys general have chosen this path. Yeah, you guys have done nothing to combat this. This has been a real problem. Mm-hmm. Your engineers have talked about it. Your creators have talked about it. Everyone knows that this is an issue. Now, I'm not saying I have the answers. We don't have the answers to fix this problem, but it's a fucking problem. And to act like...
But what do they want out of this?
Good question.
I mean, what's the point of this suit?
To fill their coffers? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
What changes? What do they expect them to change? What do they want them to change? They want it to just go away? I don't understand what the point of the suit necessarily is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
I mean, I'm glad it's there, but
33 states attorneys general filed this, and 8 other attorneys general and the District of Columbia are filing separate lawsuits.
I was going to say, who's the other 17 that didn't fucking get on board on this?
So that's 42 at this point. So I don't know who you have. Hawaii, Alaska. I don't know who would be. I don't know that it even says what all the states are, but
think it's the usual suspects that aren't on board. California, Washington.
No, they said California and New York are.
Oh, they are on.
And DC is.
All right, yeah.
So I don't know. Meta could be forced to pay massive fines and change how it advertises and designs its platforms to the public. Too little, too late. Sorry.
Yeah.
It just is. The damage is done. Yep. I don't know that there's any coming back from this. Honestly, I don't.
No, it's like the COVID years of school. The damage is done. I mean, it's going to take a generation to come back from this
or more. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even usually.
And I mean, it's only going to get worse. I mean, we're just starting. We're just dipping our toe into this AI shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so how fast and where it goes from here, I can't even speculate.
You know, the shitty part is, like, because I spend a lot of time talking to G about this kind of stuff. Every time Marshall's up to something or pulls something, and, it can be as simple as they get in trouble, and so they lose the privileges to go on YouTube or
take
on
their
their
tablet
iPad.
away, things like that.
Exactly. So Marshall might be grounded for 2 weeks where he doesn't have a tablet, he doesn't have a phone, and he can just fucking deal with that. You can play with Lincoln Logs if you want, but you can't
time to go outside,
do these things. So what does he do? He goes to school where they give him a computer and they're like, follow along with the lesson. And he immediately goes to some site that he wants to go to.
They don't block that shit out on school computers?
That's what G said. She's like, why are you calling me?
Yeah.
Why is this able to get through your firewall?
Shouldn't even be on there, right?
So the kid, he can't help himself.
Yeah, they're addicted. They are addicted.
So G said to Marshall, I should probably clear this shit before talking about it, but whatever, here we are.
Yeah.
But
you can get yelled at in person tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So he said to him, like, do you think, like, okay.
He's gonna pick you up at the airport and just start playing this segment.
Yeah. Don't give
Really,
me any
bro?
ideas.
Really, bro?
Really, you got to name him by name like we're shitty parents? No, it puts them all in a very, very tough position. And
yeah.
So they're like, geez, like, so, you know, you got in trouble now at school for going on this site you're not supposed to be going on. Do you understand what you did wrong? And are you going to, you know, can we fix this going forward? However he worded it. And Marshall just looked at him and was like, I don't know. Geez, like, fuck, kid's addicted.
Yeah,
He knows.
He
knows it's crack to this kid, and the kid can't promise his dad that I'm not going to go in there tomorrow and fucking log back. You won't let me do it at home right now. This is the only fucking hour window I've got.
You know, listen, it's not going to be an unpopular opinion, but those kids need a backhand. They know there's never going to be a backhand in their future.
Yeah.
They know they're not fucking going to get their ears slapped. There's no real repercussions.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Can we go?
Fear cures a lot of shit.
Yeah. Can we go back down that road to smacking the shit out of
Fuck
kids
yeah,
again?
we can.
Can we?
Sure.
I don't know how we do it. We'd have to all do it as a society. But right now we're in this world where we want to point
And
fingers
then the first
blame
person that comes up and starts yelling at you about smacking the kid, you fucking smack them too.
Yeah, they need to be smacked.
Smacked
Mind your
first.
business.
Yes.
It's a whole bunch of mind
Listen,
your
I'm not
business.
for, beating the shit out of the kids, but
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
all
whoa.
for
I mean,
fucking,
you know, if it calls for it.
But listen, there has to be repercussions for actions. And when you don't, even worse when you do these empty threats, when you threaten them with something and you never follow through with it,
Yeah.
it doesn't
I
take
see
long.
that one too.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
And so they know, okay, well that's never, and that's just
How fast
grounding.
before those kids learn, like,
Immediately.
mom's full of shit.
Yeah, the
Mom ain't doing
first
that.
time maybe she forgot. Second time, oh, she's a pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, now I run this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just like grounding, or you're going to take something away, or whatever,
Yeah.
and you know that's a veiled threat because they don't want to actually deal with you because they don't want to take your fucking because then they have to interact with you and bother themselves.
Yeah.
So they know they're not going to take your fucking phone, your tablet away. I'm talking about a good old fashioned come here.
Yeah.
Whether you smack them on the ass, smack them upside the head.
Yeah.
I'm not talking closed fist to a kid or anything, but.
What did Five Fingers say to the face?
Right.
Yeah.
You let that ring around in those fucking noggins a little bit,
Yeah.
and they're going to think twice about what they put on their computer when they get to fucking school.
See, I know grounding doesn't work because you remember how much I was grounded.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
grounded constantly. And the thing was, my dad, there was no, like, usually parents are like, you're grounded for 2 weeks or you're grounded for a week. Go to your room or whatever bullshit they would say. And, you know, give them a couple hours, they calm down, you have dinner, you have a laugh, your team wins on Sunday, and all of a sudden dad's in a better mood. And it's like, hey, man, what do I, how about if I mow the lawn early this week? Can I get out of this? To the minute.
Yeah.
My dad never folded on that. And I fucking hated him for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hated him. Because all my buddies could finagle their moms. Be like, yeah, I know you said a week, but it's Tuesday. This is bullshit. You don't like having me here.
Do you remember me being grounded?
Never. No. But it was just you and Don.
I understand.
You know?
Yeah, but he knew that it
It
was.
was pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pointless with me too.
Right.
But they still tried until they didn't. They gave up finally at like 16, 17. They finally just went, good. You want to be a fucking shitbag your whole life?
Right.
Knock
We can
yourself
only
out.
do
There's
so
nothing
much.
we can do.
Mama tried.
Yeah. Mama tried. She absolutely did. And I feel terrible about it still to this day. I really do. I feel bad because it was totally unfair and 100% my fault.
Yep.
Like, they didn't ask too much of me. And I was just a prick.
Yeah, they were trying to lay some basic groundwork for you, being a good,
Yeah.
productive human being.
Yeah. Failed miserably. Miserably. But, that's the fears. Like, I tell G now to his face. I'm like, dude, Marshall's behaving like me. Okay, you need to, I don't know what you need to do, but
Fix this.
military school, something.
Fix
You need to
this.
fix this because look at what a sack of shit I am. You want him to be like you, G. You do
Yep.
not want him to be like me.
Right.
So,
Everybody's path is different.
yeah.
not how
They
you
just
get
got to
there.
find something that they love doing, and hopefully they go for it.
And
you
hopefully
know?
it's not fucking meta in video games.
Well, unfortunately it is. But I'm with you, man. I don't know what you do.
Yeah.
What do you do? What do you sue them for?
I don't
How
know.
much?
You got to
And-
put hands on them in such a bad way
Yeah.
that they think twice.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm all for it.
Did you hear about the off-duty pilot that hitched a ride on that Alaskan flight?
Yeah, I did.
Tried to fucking take the plane down?
Holy shit, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Joe Emerson.
Now, I didn't read too deep into the story. I saw the headlines, and I saw a couple conflicting headlines. Because one, I saw that he was off duty, and he was catching a ride to, like, go fly another plane. But then I also saw one where it said he was an ex-pilot, like he was retired or didn't actually.
No, he's only 44. He was a pilot.
Well, you can, as a pilot, you can retire at fucking 44
Why?
because you make fucking money.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, pilots do not make that much money. They don't. It's sad, actually. They should, but they don't. So this dude's from Pleasant Hill, California. I don't know where that is. I'm assuming northern because I think the flight
It's just
was
up
going
from Pleasant Valley, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pleasanton. They were going on an Alaska Airlines affiliate going from Seattle to San Francisco International.
All right.
So that was the route, which it seems like you could walk that in a half hour.
Well, it's not far, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 20 minutes in the plane.
When you get
whatever.
When you got pilot buddies,
Yeah.
Why not catch a ride?
Yeah. So he what is it called?
The jump
so
seat?
the jump seat. Yeah. So he's sitting in the jump seat, which I guess is just behind the pilots.
Yeah.
And they're like,
The
yeah,
back seat.
come on in. Have a seat, Joe. You can hang with us. And so pilots commonly ride in the jump seat to hitch a free ride when traveling personally or professionally. So pilots were forced to divert the aircraft to Portland, Oregon. So Seattle,
Portland, San Francisco.
boom, 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 right in a straight line. So they had to stop in Portland for an emergency landing because a credible security threat related to an authorized occupant in the flight deck jump seat. The jump seat occupant unsuccessfully attempted to disrupt the operation of the engines. Now, when I first heard this story a couple days ago, because I've had it, it's in our pile here somewhere, and we just haven't gotten to it. At first, I was like, why, you son of a bitch. This is what's wrong with this younger generation. If you're suicidal and you want to take yourself out, what do the other 83 passengers have to do with this?
Right, fair.
Right?
It's a great question.
Like
Yep.
I have no problem. I get it, man. I understand mental health issues. I understand depression.
Yeah.
But like if I decided to fucking leap off a cliff, that's fine. Leave my family and friends out of it.
Yeah, don't step in
The
front
hell
of
do
a
they
don't
have to
step
do
in
with
front of a car or something. No, sorry, but I mean, so that it fucks with the person that hit you that didn't
Yeah.
have any part of it, or
Happened
swerve
with
your
Bobby.
car into head.
It's-
That's what I mean. Yeah, swerve head on into another car, take
Yeah.
somebody else out with you. You
I don't need to fucking lure you up to Mount Tamalpais and throw you over the edge before I jump. Right?
Yep.
You have no issues with life. You don't want to die. Like, so that's what I thought with this dude. I was just
Okay.
like, you fucking prick.
Yeah.
You know, fine. You know,
we got some new information, do we?
a little bit. He attempted to grab and pull two red fire handles that would have activated the plane's emergency fire suppression system, cut off fuel to the engines. So this dude knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, he's a pilot.
After a brief physical struggle with the pilots, Emerson exited the cockpit. Flight attendant had to stop Emerson from attempting to grab another emergency exit handle after other attendants had already placed Emerson in wrist restraints and seated him in the rear of the aircraft.
So they paraded this guy from the cockpit to the rear of the plane.
Yeah. Kicking his ass.
I was
going to
say, I wonder how many people got shots on him.
You could, too. No one's going to press charges.
Nobody.
No one.
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
Fuck
If
no.
you drop a fucking elbow and hit into the bridge of his nose,
dude,
as it goes
like
by.
you know, in football practice when you got to run through and the guys are sitting there with the pad,
Yeah.
go through the tunnel like that.
Yeah.
That's what that should have been like, but
Yeah.
with fists.
Yep. I agree. And even if they go, hey, that's assault, you go
fuck
you,
yourself.
man.
This is attempted murder.
Yeah, this is attempted murder, and I'm still,
Defending myself.
100%. So if the T-handle is fully deployed, a valve in the wing closes to shut off fuel to the engine. In this case, the quick reaction of our crew to reset the T-handle ensures engine power was not lost. Audio revealed that the Seattle air traffic controllers were alerted. We got a guy that tried to shut the engines down out of the cockpit. He doesn't sound like he's causing any issues back there right now. Probably because they're kicking the shit out of him.
Probably, right?
Yeah. They had him in wrist restraints.
I think we got him. I think he's all set, restrained.
Yeah, I think he's subdued. Other than that, we're going to want law enforcement as soon as we get on the ground and parked.
Oh, we just got to report he's leaking.
Yeah. So Emerson was charged with 83 felony counts of attempted murder.
Yeah, is that what?
Not bad.
So there was 81, but there was less than 80 passengers.
Yeah, I guess there was 83 of them.
Well, not passengers, because I would assume the pilots and the crew would be affected too.
What's the difference, though, in sentencing when you're talking about 83 or 81 or 85?
No, I'm just saying of how many people were on the plane. There wasn't 83 passengers.
No, maybe there was 75 passengers, a couple pilots, and a crew.
Right.
Yeah. Also, 83 counts of reckless endangerment and 1 count of endangering an aircraft. So here's where the story...
Reckless endangerment and attempted murder.
Yeah, it seems
might be a little piling on. Yeah,
a little bit. A little bit. You know, some would say you elbowing him in the bridge of the nose is a little piling on. Too,
I don't think so at all.
Once he's restrained.
No, I don't think so.
So they don't think so. So they're piling the charges on. Like,
hey, his hands were restrained. He still had feet. He could still headbutt. He could still bite. He could still spit on people.
True. Very true.
No.
Yeah. So, according to court documents, Emerson, he told one of the ladies, by the way, one of the chicks that was dragging his ass back to the back, he was like, you better restrain me or, you better get me locked down. This is going off the deep end quick.
Okay.
So he was aware.
This like an episode, something he's having? What are we talking about?
He told police he'd been struggling with depression for 6 months, hadn't slept in 2 days. He told flight attendants to restrain him because he was having a nervous breakdown. All right.
Before or after he tried to fucking pull the T-handle?
After.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
when they get involved. Also.
Maybe this is just, maybe that's smart.
Well, he also claimed for the first time in his life, he took some shrooms.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was shrooming his balls off.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah. Father of 2, 44 years old, pillar of the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pilot, respected in the
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Shrooms don't go sideways like that, man. But
Yeah.
who knows?
He claims he wanted to wake up from what he thought was a dream.
All right.
So he shroomed his balls off, got 30,000 feet up in the air, and then started going off the deep end.
Boy, that's going to be a tough one to wake up from, pal.
Yeah.
You wake up with some charges.
I don't know why you'd want to wake up that way, though.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't really try to put any common sense into it.
Yeah. So does that change sentencing guidelines at all for you?
I mean, no,
not guidelines, but just like,
not
do
really.
you look at that and go, oh, he wasn't trying technically to murder all these people.
I mean,
he got a little overserved, and he's in Seattle, Portland. They're probably selling that shit on the corners.
Yeah.
Every corner.
Yeah.
So he gets some shrooms, hoping it'll help with his depression, and fucking booms out, man.
Yeah. I mean, probably on some level that you take into account if this wasn't a terrorist attack, essentially attempt,
right?
Where you were trying to crash a plane full of people.
Yeah.
If you were just wigging out and not really in full capacity of your actions, it probably will have some ramification on the sentencing of it.
Yeah.
That it may not get the full extent of 83 attempted murder charges, but
he's like a blue-eyed white guy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's probably worse over there.
Maybe. So. But, I mean, by and large, obviously the country would probably want to give him a break and be like, hey, he's just a blue-eyed white guy. I mean,
yeah.
How much
I don't
trouble
know.
is this?
I mean,
really
if there's any real, if they can prove it, I don't know what his actions were like aside from freaking out and trying to pull a lever, if he was acting crazy, if he said anything fucked up, if he was, because he said it didn't sound like he was fighting or told them to restrain him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that will all play out.
Yeah.
In how it all goes down.
Well, I think we could both
But it sounded
we
like,
we don't want him in the cockpit ever again.
No, absolutely not. He will absolutely never fly again.
Right.
No, ever.
Could he be a taxi driver?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that he doesn't spend quite a bit of time in jail still, regardless. Not life for 83 counts of attempted murder and reckless endangerment.
It makes
and
you
one
sound like
count
a
of trying
pussy,
to fuck
too.
up a plane.
83 attempted murder charges. You weren't able to commit one.
Yeah.
Like, that makes you sound weak. That's not going to go over well in prison.
No.
What
are you in for? Attempted murder?
Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
What happened? 83 times.
And you never once were successful? You didn't kill any of
You're
them?
a really bad shot.
Yeah. You stink. He's going to get his ass kicked just for that. Now, neighbors are saying, salt of the earth.
Oh, of course.
Super friendly.
Never saw this
awesome dude.
Yeah, and entirely possible. Like I said, if it was shrooms, and who knows what shit's laced with anymore, and had a reaction to it, got a little sideways.
What if they find that out? That he was just getting some normal psychedelic mushrooms that are sold on every street corner in Portland, and they were laced with something. It made him
I mean, when
wig the
toxicology
fuck
comes
out.
back on it and finds out if there is psilocybin in there and if there is something else weird in there,
Yeah.
all that will play some role in how this goes down.
True.
The fact that I hadn't seen any follow up to that, so I was under the impression that he was just a piece of shit that tried to kill a fucking plane because he was tired of his own life.
Yep, that's what
which
I thought
had
at first
zero
too.
fucking remorse for.
Yeah, 100%.
But this changes things a bit. But
Yeah.
it's a good PSA for people. Don't shroom before you get in a fucking tube in the air.
Especially if you've never shroomed
Yeah,
before.
because,
seems like
Yeah, not the best time to try it.
no. Trying to look professional.
Yeah, it's not like a
with your
Xanny.
colleagues.
Like, here, this will calm you down.
Yeah.
No, like I have to be outside when I shroom. Like I need fucking to see the stars. I need fresh air.
Yep.
Being inside of a fucking tube, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I don't shroom when I fly.
No.
No.
I
mean, I'll
think it's-
microdose a little bit here and there for stuff when I'm doing
I think
shit.
it's crazy when I hear you guys like shroom at a concert or something.
Fuck yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. It seems like, and maybe that's my problem with
It's all
shrooms.
dosage. It's all dosage, though.
Yeah.
If I'm in public, I don't go fucking hard in the paint.
Yeah, but what's hard in the paint? One man's hard in the paint is another man's.
Well, that's true.
nothing.
Dosage is everything. Everybody has to know their limits.
And
knows
I've
their own
found that
dosages.
the handful of times I've done it, one time it sends you to the moon,
Yeah.
and it's the greatest thing ever. And then other times maybe you see a couple squiggly lights, and that's it. And so how the hell do you know? Because I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere on planet Earth other than on that couch like we were that first time. We fucking exploded. Greatest night of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else. Everybody would have looked at us like we were absolutely insane. They would have.
Yeah.
So, but how do you, like, at least with alcohol, you go, oh, I have 3 cocktails or I have 8 beers and this is what's going to happen with
Yeah.
me.
It can
I
go
might fuck
sideways on you. I
I
mean,
might fuck
sure.
a fat chick. I might say a racist joke in front of the black guy. Something you could do. And you go, well, yeah, I got 8 beers in me. What do you expect? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
But with shrooms, it's like, am I going to the moon or am I going to just see a couple squiggly lights? I don't know.
Yeah, you roll those dice.
Yeah. Scary.
Just don't do it on a plane.
Yeah. No interest in doing
Especially
it on a
with,
plane.
intimate knowledge of how to crash the fucking thing.
Do you ever take your caramels on a plane?
Oh, yeah.
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 It was good on a plane. I don't know if 30,000 feet does anything. Does that alter
Well,
anything?
it's
or-
no, because it's pressurized cabin. You don't really have the altitude that you're not really at 30,000 feet. You're in a pressurized cabin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just thinking.
Uh-huh.
Just thinking.
Yeah, they travel very well.
Yeah. T, it's happening way faster than I thought it would.
What's that, fall?
Go ahead. Put your green graphic up.
Oh, boy.
A woman who was pumped with testosterone and underwent hormone therapy is suing both her doctors and the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, yep. I knew this. I thought it was going to be a generation down the road. Like these people would grow up, try to start having families, and then realize their parents and the doctors fucked them.
Yep.
Completely. So I thought this was
Well, it's going to be a case by
10
case.
years out. Yeah.
But the 10 years out is going to be the masses, hopefully, possibly.
Yeah. They're
potentially.
trickling in now.
So you're going to get the case by case now.
It started in Europe. We saw the first couple cases in Europe, and then Chloe Cole launched one in America, and now we've got another one. And when you read the details, it's just, I'm sorry, it's just horrifying. It's evil. It's evil behavior. And I
Mutilation.
I don't know what these people, is it possible that people are just so money hungry that they don't give a shit at all? Which sounds insane. You'd have to be an insane person to behave that way. Or do they really, really, really honestly believe they're doing good?
It's $1 million
by these
question,
children?
my man, because I don't have those answers. I see people say and do shit all the time. When I look at them like they're fucking retarded, thinking, do you actually believe that? I mean, are you just like saying that because that's
Yeah.
what you think you're supposed to say? Are you virtual signaling? Are you,
Yeah.
or are you that fucking stupid, hard-R-tarded,
Yeah.
that you actually think that that's true or right or correct?
Yeah.
And I don't know. And that's the $1 million question because I don't know. That's the scariest part.
But I don't see anyone. I would
have
really see
respect.
anyone asking that question, though.
I would have respect for it if it was a grift. I mean, on some level.
Right.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like, okay, at least I see what you're doing there.
So if it's like Ibram X. Kennedy and playing on the racism shit, I got a book
right?
and I'm
like,
doing
fine,
the speaking.
You got it. I get it. You know, I don't agree with it, but I can respect the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, we're all trying to make money somehow.
Right.
And your fucking bullshit degree from bullshit university
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. So this grift works. I get that on some level too.
Right. But
the
to
fact
actually
that
somehow
stupid
believe
people
it
buy
wholeheartedly is inherently worse.
Yeah, it is. And I can't. That is the $1 million question that I don't see anyone asking. Like, because if you.
Are you allowed to ask that question?
You have to ask that question. Because if people have. Because it's almost cult like. This trans issue has gotten to a cult level where none of it really makes sense on its face. It was something that was totally laughed out of the fucking gym 3 years ago and is now the most important topic in the country. It's crazy.
Yep.
Insanity.
Yeah. It's been
And it's like,
microwaved
do
through
these
so bad.
Do these people actually believe they're helping? When you see some purple-haired idiot out on the front lines of the picket sign, is she an ignorant moron, or does she really believe like this is the best thing to do with 12-year-old kids? Because isn't that the same thing? The good thing about being older is nobody skipped being 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. And I've never met the person. I mean, I suppose that rare fucking wild 70-year-old hippie that hangs out with kids and fucking dances, that guy exists. But by and large, most of us grow up and go, thank God I'm not held to what I believed when I was a kid.
That's true.
Thank God there's not video of that bullshit I was saying when I was 15. We see it constantly. We see it with athletes. Athletes, it's happening too, where, you know, they're tweeting their favorite rap lyrics, dropping N-bombs, you know, whether it's Josh Allen, I think, did something like that. And it's like, yeah, I was 16, man. What do you want from me? Yet at the same time, we all recognize that, all of us.
Yep.
And yet you still don't go, maybe not best practice to let 14-year-olds decide if they're going to cut healthy body parts off.
Why can't they smoke cigarettes until they're 21?
Yeah.
Because it's going to damage their body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can't be trusted to vote. They can't be trusted with a gun.
You can't even go into a tanning salon.
They can't even have
California
a job
with a parent's permission slip till you're 18.
Yeah.
You can't even go in there with parental permission at 18. But you can go cut your tits out at 15? Insanity. Yep. So Isabella Ayala, A-Y-A-L-A.
A-Y-A-L-A?
Yeah.
Ayala.
Isabella Ayala. She's now 20-year-old woman. Just turned 14 when she was committed to the hospital for suicidal thoughts. It was during the hospital stay that she met Dr. Jason Rafferty, who during his first brief meeting with Ayala determined that she meets criteria to consider hormonal transition, with the only stated obstacle being that stupid parental consent. If we could just get her parents on board, we could fucking start pumping this broad with stuff.
Yeah, well, now they're getting around that too.
Yeah.
So they're putting in the laws so you don't even have to have the consent.
Yeah.
And that is the scariest of all.
Yeah. Agreed. That's how you get people killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You did what to my daughter without talking to me? Mm-hmm. Really? By the way, it affects women way more than boys. So, yeah, for what it's worth. Mm-hmm. Rafferty and other doctors sent Isabel down the path of gender-affirming medicalization rather than addressing the true roots of her mental health problems. 6 months into her testosterone treatments, she tried to commit suicide. The treatments continued anyways, of course, until she moved away
Increase the dosage!
Yeah, give her more. Pump her full of more. Until she moved from Rhode Island and decided to quit them cold turkey. Now comfortable with her gender, she regrets what the doctors did to her. This is according to this new lawsuit. Isabel is now 20 years old and longs for what could have been and to have her healthy female body back. The changes the testosterone have had on her body are a constant reminder that she needed an unbiased medical expert willing to evaluate her mental health and provide her the care she needed, rather than a group of ideologues set on promoting their own agenda and furthering a broader conspiracy at her expense.
Say it louder for the people in the back, please.
Yeah. Thank you. They would just shout us down, the ones in the back, though. Mm-hmm. They would just shout us down. Call us Nazis and bigots. Transphobe.
And I don't know what the answer is. I mean, because the system is rigged. It's stacked against them.
Yeah.
So you can't even say, we talked about it, like, okay, in the right circumstances, for the right people, sure. But there's no way of guaranteeing that at such a young age.
No.
There's probably some rare circumstances where you just know.
I know one.
Yeah, that's fine. And I want people to be happy, and I want people to be comfortable in their own skin, no matter what that is. I don't give a shit how you live your life. But
keep in mind, nobody, and I mean literally nobody, is comfortable in their own skin at 14.
Exactly right.
Nobody.
Exactly right. But to think that this is somehow the mass answer is insanity.
Hilarious.
Right. And so even if you try to put some sort of guidelines in, how do you protect the guidelines that it's not going to be filled with those ideologues that just want to pump it through? Like, okay, that we're just going through the fucking motions.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to pretend that we're doing all this, but at the end of this fucking period, the result's going to be the same no matter what.
Yeah.
Because we're still on that agenda. How do you get independent fucking thought into there? And because people are either for it or against it. So, there's a lot of people that are legit right down the middle. But I'm saying that if somebody that is for it will make it happen. The ones that are against it will go against it, even if it's right.
Yeah.
So it's almost impossible for it to be fair and impartial.
Yeah. Well, the lawsuit not only is going after these doctors, it's going after the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Good.
Where Rafferty and his colleagues worked to publish a now infamous policy statement advocating for aggressive gender treatments for children.
Oh, my God.
So our girl here, Isabel Ayala, says the policy statement laid the groundwork for an entirely new model of treatment based on outright fraudulent representations. Defendants have doubled and tripled down on their commitment to the policy statement and its affirmative model of treatment while continuing to promote and profit off it. Ayala and the other children are victims of a conspiracy entered into and perpetuated to the present day by certain ideologically captured individuals in positions of power at the American Academy of Pediatrics. Rafferty was the lead author for the policy statement. He's used it to launch his medical career. He's gone from little-known resident during his time drafting the gender policy statement to having a highly successful practice in pediatric gender care.
Yeah.
And considered a leading author on the subject, of course.
Perfect. Self-fulfilling.
Yeah, all while operating under the imprimatur, I don't know what that means, of the authority he falsely created. Isabella is an unfortunate victim of a collection of actors who prioritized politics and ideology over children's safety, health, and well-being. She had suffered with her mental health ever since being a victim of sexual abuse, long before she began entertaining the idea of
let's not address those issues. Let's not dig into some deep, hard therapy for this kind of shit. Now it's going to be doubled up.
Yeah.
Now you got to have fucking double therapy.
Rafferty, this other Dr. Forcier, and other doctors failed to even consider other options to address her mental health before putting her on an aggressive hormone and testosterone regimen.
I mean, it's just insane.
She told doctors she was concerned about losing the ability to give birth, but they put her on the treatments anyways. Like, yeah.
I mean, how?
Lots of people have birth.
Yeah, it should be criminal. It should be criminal
Yeah.
charges against shit like this, man.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to me that this is the first course of action and not the last.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I mean, that there should be so many checks and balances along the line before you get to this point of such a permanent decision.
Yeah.
That by the time you get there, there should be no question that this is the right course of action.
There's no doubt. First off, there's almost no argument that they make, whether it's you're watching a documentary like What is a Woman or anything along those lines. Anybody that's in this ideology and this whole gender care bullshit, There's literally not a single argument they make, or it's pseudoscience, so much of it, just nonsense gobbledygook that they spew, and which is why they don't want to debate anybody with any real knowledge. They don't want to talk about it. They want to shout you down. There is one argument that they've made that I've said before and I'll say again is I understand it. But you'd have to be so careful walking this minefield to make absolutely certain your first responsibility as a doctor is what? Do no harm.
Yep.
Right? So you have to walk such a fine line and be so fucking sure that you're not harming 20 kids to help one.
Yep.
Right? And so I understand if you can nip puberty in the bud, it's much easier later in life for an adult to pass as a chick when they haven't gone through male puberty. I understand that.
That is an absolute fact.
Right?
Yes.
And
but you better make sure that that's how you want to live the rest of your life.
And you better make sure that person...
Because there's no coming back from that.
But even when you tell a child, listen, I need you to fully understand that this is going to affect the rest of your life.
Cannot wrap their
heads
impossible.
around it, period.
They have no concept of the rest of their lives.
I know one individual, I've never named them, but I know one person close with the family, right? And their daughter became their son at a very early age and knew very young.
Yeah.
And transitioned probably starting at 13. And it was batshit crazy to me.
Yep.
But this person has since gone on and gone to university and done really well and couldn't be happier.
Fantastic.
So that person
love
exists.
those. And 100% it's out there. And I support that 100%. And
now,
I'm glad that person is living their best life and had that opportunity.
And I think, because I've talked to some nurses about this. I've talked to Beth at length about some of this stuff. And even she would say, probably best to keep the parts that God gave you, right? So I'm like, well, did this person cut their dick off? Does this one get a fucking hole bored in them? No, they haven't. So this individual I'm talking about presents as a gentleman.
Still got the junk.
But I think still has a vagine and some level. I don't know what they've done with top surgery. It's a little different. But yeah, it's a fine line. And the problem that we have with this is we just know how influenced kids are, how much they cannot see further down the road, how much they absolutely might, with all their heart, believe they're making a decision that's right for them in this moment at 13.
Yep.
That you would fucking kill your parents if they let you go through with it.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can't believe there's just not enough adults in the room that have been able to reel this fucking in.
But if you see it, and a guy like this he's just a no-name fucking stupid doctor, and all of a sudden he comes out with some policy thing, now he's regarded. Now he's giving speeches
for
grift. 20, 50 grand a pop. Now everyone's going to him as the expert in gender. Can you see how that would warp somebody and make them feel like all of a sudden now I'm driving Ferraris. Yeah, God complex.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they're, of course, going to double and triple down.
Right.
That's
do
their
no harm.
livelihood. Do no harm. Tell that to plastic surgeons who make fucking human women look like aliens every day. Every day.
Yep.
They make them look like aliens. Horrible looking.
Yep.
So,
hey, and you know what? Those are grown-ass adult women that are doing that voluntarily, that are paying for that service. Mm-hmm. It's awful. You look like a fucking moron.
Yeah.
But
look like absolute shit. And we all know it as soon as you do it.
Exactly right. And there's no coming back from that ever either.
No.
But that was your choice. I respect your choice to do it. I'll never put my dick in you. But
No.
I respect your choice to do that.
Yeah.
Kids are a different story.
Yeah.
And I get it. That's the fine line of, okay, it's easier now than later with puberty. But I don't know that that's still a good enough answer. Not in mass that it's happening now.
No.
There's just not enough protocol in place to be able to weed out the bullshit.
Yeah. And then to have an entire entertainment industry, media complex, government bodies jumping
All
on board and all in, all chips in.
Follow the money.
Yep. At that point, you go, wait a minute. This is so stacked against these poor girls, mostly girls.
Yeah.
So stacked against them.
Sure is.
And I'm sorry. It's not that I'm insensitive to someone that's really struggling with body dysmorphia.
This is a perfect example. This girl, your Isabella Ayala, that somebody that has some psychological damage, has trauma in their life.
Yep.
And this was the go-to response to this?
In a brief first meeting.
Yes, of course. It's
like that. That should tell you everything.
That's
right
why
there.
I say it's criminal, because this was a targeted attack. This was not based on her.
Isabella has suffered from vagine atrophy.
Oh yeah, hey, use it or lose it.
Yeah. So what's atrophy mean?
When
If
it freezes up,
shrivels up.
Well, atrophy is like it locks up.
So the menorah may recede.
Uh-huh.
Right. The majora. I don't know what they said about the majora, but the menorah can recede.
The majora will exceed.
Yeah, maybe. But this is from excessive overuse of testosterone.
Be a dicklet.
Yeah, could be. Vulvar and vagine mucosae may appear pale, shiny, and dry.
Oh boy,
sounds like an Arby's roast beef sandwich, right?
That's a problem. Yeah.
We've all seen that meat.
Yeah.
Gets a little brown, pale, shiny, dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's going on with their vagines.
Yeah, see, she's just set up to fail.
The cervix. I'm trying to get my vagine parts in order.
Yeah, that's up in there.
Yeah, it's deep in there. Mm-hmm. The cervix may become flush with vaginal wall.
Oh boy.
So it's a disaster. So so there's no ripples, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Isn't that the folds and the
ribbed,
ripples that we
ribbed
love
for his pleasure?
Yeah, the ribbing part for our pleasure. It's just like meh, and it just mashes up against the wall.
Oh, hot dog in a hallway.
Yeah.
In a dry, pale, shiny hallway.
She deals with excessive facial and body hair now.
But yeah, you're on testosterone.
Yep.
What the fuck you think's gonna happen?
Compromised bone structure.
I thought those would get stronger.
She's unsure whether her fertility has been irreversibly compromised.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you.
Yeah, probably has. Yeah.
You're going to start having mutant babies.
Oh, by the way, she still has mental health issues. So.
No shit.
Yeah.
And worse, more now.
And it's further compounded. You're absolutely right. It's way worse now.
Yep.
Because of a sense of overwhelming regret.
Yep.
Listening to these assholes. She has since contracted an autoimmune disease that only males in the family have a history of.
Well, no shit.
Yeah. Keep them coming, man. Keep the lawsuits coming. This is the only way to stop people like this. And honestly,
sadly.
I would be fully on board if this was as rare as transgenderism is supposed to be. If it was as rare as that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Like, I don't want to tell anybody what they can and can't do with their body. No. I shouldn't be the one in the room wanting to protect children.
It's sad that we seem to be the adult voices.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not what depends on who you ask. We're transphobes.
Yeah.
No.
Transphobes.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
No.
I 100% support anyone and everyone to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Do you,
I
man?
just believe that this is so disingenuous top to bottom right now.
Yeah.
That this is a sham, that this is some sort of just fucking fraud that's
money
going
grab.
on. Yeah, that I just don't buy it. It's disingenuous. I don't believe it, and you're affecting real fucking people's lives.
Yep. Here's how you know, too. When called to the mat, when they get a little media attention they weren't expecting, why do they rip this stuff off their websites?
It all comes down immediately. Why do they have a lockdown on commenting on it? Why wouldn't you want to have the conversation? Yeah. Well,
why wouldn't you be proud of the services you offer on your website?
The medical industry has that weird.
Why do they delete the
clause.
videos of them bragging about how much money they're making over these gender affirming surgeries? Why do they immediately rip all those down? If you have a good answer for that, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, it's just not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and a lot of them, now that they see the lawsuits coming, are going, yeah, we don't offer that shit anymore.
Yeah, they're
reel
reeling
it
it back in.
out. Yeah.
Sounded like a real good idea at the time.
Sure.
Jump on that bandwagon, but
I knew, obviously, there's God-complex doctors out there. I knew there were egomaniac doctors out there. But by and large, I was under the impression that as an industry, silly me, that they really believed in the Hippocratic Oath, and they really, really took seriously the oath that they took to do no harm. And, absolutely, unequivocally across the board be looking out for the health and safety of patients.
then why are hospitals for profit?
Right. Yeah.
That's the
I
core
just-
of the issue.
I
No,
said
I
it's
know.
my own ignorance.
I know, exactly. I mean, if that was the deal, I'm not talking socialized healthcare. I'm talking about hospitals being for profit.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're businesses. They have shareholders. They have
Right.
boards.
Right. Which is why when they prescribe you a Tylenol in the hospital, they charge you $30 for
that's
it.
insurance because they
Right,
can get it.
because they can fuck insurance over.
Yep.
And
Oh,
and
you
then-
have to pay for it? Okay, it's $2.
Oh, it's $2.
Yes.
Yeah, which is the biggest bullshit racket, too. That should be criminalized.
It should be. Absolutely right.
infuriating.
Yeah, that dual pricing like that should be unequivocally illegal.
Yeah. Yep.
But they say we're doing, well, that's the real price, but we cut you a break. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I get the real price. You're fucking gouging the insurance company. Don't fucking lie to me.
Yeah, 100%.
We can afford to let you pay $2 for it because we charge them $100.
Yeah, that's why I can go to CVS and buy 200 of them for $13. So don't give me this shit that they're $20 a pill in the hospital.
It's a fucking sham.
Out of here. All right, let's do some Ask T-Ray because I gotta actually run to the store. I gotta pick up a couple things before tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
So, are you ready for a T-Ray?
Hell yeah.
Dear T-Roy, is it rude to move the front passenger seat in a car if you are only going to be in it for a short time? My fiance and I have been together 9 years. I don't own a car, so he takes me everywhere. And I have the passenger seat adjusted perfectly. When his 17-year-old daughter, who is only in the car once a month or so, gets in his car, the first thing she does is move the passenger seat. We are about the same height and weight, and I see no need for her to do it when she's in the car for only 20 minutes or so. My fiance refuses to ask her to leave the seat where it is, but I feel she's being disrespectful and that he should say something to her about it. Please help. This is causing a lot of arguments and hurt feelings. Aggravated passenger.
Shut the fuck up. I'll fix your seat when you get back in there.
Okay, you know what? Buy a new car and get one of those ones where you can set it.
Oh, my God.
Right? Isn't that a thing you can do?
Yeah. So you like your seat a certain way in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
It's not your car, right?
Keep in mind, this is a chick.
I don't care.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but they're going to be,
Fucking, I know.
whiny bitchy about it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
yeah.
Clearly, you like your seat a certain way, but that person's not allowed to have their seat a certain way.
No, they're
when they
only
get
in the car like once a month.
Yes, you are the asshole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just shut up and move your seat.
So aggravated passenger is the asshole.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. Just it
I
doesn't.
mean, we're
it's
not
that
talking
hard.
about exactly.
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into get exactly where I like it to be. Then you need a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd suggest Legos. Try them.
Yeah. Expensive habit.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's do some emails.
Okay.
Miguel, I want to applaud you for your sly Hitler joke regarding the AD. So this is the athletic director at Michigan State.
Yeah.
Quote, I'm not saying it's the final solution.
Ah, yes.
Not sure if that was on purpose, but it made me laugh,
Yeah.
Jason.
I caught that when it went by. Nice.
Yeah, Jason, of course it was on purpose. Really?
Oh, just a weird coincidence.
You just thought I slipped in a fucking final solution Hitler reference? Really? I've done it before, and it usually goes untouched.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody.
I caught it, but
Yeah.
I didn't address it in the moment.
Yes, thank you, Jason. But I deserve a little more credit than that. Of course, it was done on purpose. For Christ's sakes.
You were acknowledged.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So this goes back to September 26th. We got an email from Jason, who was in Egypt. We flew into Cairo last night, and I'm delighted to see this in our bathroom. This will be my, and he said,
Oh, the bidet.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yep.
This will be my first time experimenting with butthole play. I'll be thinking of you the whole time, Mike. I'd rather not, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Picture in your face and everything.
I'll provide a full report after its use. Love from the Middle East, Jason.
Okay.
He's back from the Middle East.
Well, thank God.
I had some disturbing butthole play today.
Okay. TMI.
What?
TMI.
Yeah. It was one of those like
Nope. Still don't want to hear it.
itchy wipes, and I swear to God, I fingered my own asshole. Went right through the paper.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why you need a bidet.
It's fucking horrifying.
Barbaric.
Horrifying.
I can't believe you're still doing that.
So follow up on Egyptian butthole.
$150, you can get a nice one at Costco.
Is it a nice one though?
Supposed to be.
Because I've seen the nice ones.
Well,
and they're
listen,
like
I'm
10
not talking.
grand.
Okay, well,
Yeah. I haven't bought
Do you
either
have
of them.
10
I'm
grand?
just saying, no, but I'm just saying,
Well,
like,
keep fingering your dirty butthole.
well, that's like being like, well, yeah, I'm driving a Ferrari, but well, this go-kart has 4 wheels too. Could be fun. I don't know.
I've heard good things. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know that it is, but I would hate to go backwards and regress.
Now, I don't know that these people have the $10,000 a day experience to compare it to.
Yeah.
But it's got some pretty high star ratings.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. It's worth looking into. Follow up on the Egyptian butthole play.
Oh, here we go.
It was fantastic.
Oh, boy.
I cannot fathom how this is not bigger in the U.S. Every toilet in Egypt had one, which is good because you had to bring your own toilet paper. You also had to tip 10 Egyptian pounds, about 35 cents, to use the toilet, or WC.
Water closet.
Water closet? Is that what that? Okay. Your brother in butthole play, Jason.
Oh, fantastic.
All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
There you go. Another satisfied customer.
Absolutely.
Right?
Hey, as Randy said, you want to keep smearing shit on your asshole, knock yourself out. But no, it's the way to go. So Scott says, only 40 minutes of football talk. You guys feeling okay? You're slipping a bit. Asshole.
Hey. I will save my comment.
Yeah. The NFL is rigged. Hey, Mike, and Bad Mood Troy. He picked up on it.
Oh, you said it.
I know. I agree with you guys with what you were saying about the earth being flat and the moon being fake. But the NFL isn't rigged. If it were, the Cowboys would have gone to multiple Super Bowls, and the Patriots, who Goodell notoriously hates, would never have gone. It's a sport played at insane speeds and officiated by humans who make mistakes. I agree with you about how awful the pregame shows have become. Absolutely unwatchable. Lastly, how else are we going to end racism if it isn't for the end zone and helmets? Connor.
Keep being naive, buddy.
Yeah.
No problem.
No, I still don't think it's rigged necessarily. Or maybe it's safer to
Do a
say
deep
that
dive. Do a deep dive.
Our
Just
definitions
Google.
of rigged are just different.
Yeah, well, I'd say, again, I didn't equate it to, professional wrestling, to where the outcome is fixed,
Yeah.
right? But it can be massaged to go different ways, right? When push comes to shove, a call here, a call there, can change the outcome of a game, absolutely. So do a deep dive. I mean, when you're on your plane, watch some of these videos, man. There's some stuff out there that'll make you go,
No, I've seen them on TikTok.
oh boy. Yeah.
I've seen some on TikTok.
Watch for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. All right. With that, we'll call it. Thanks, everybody, for joining this week. Sorry, I'm going to be gone for a few days, but it's worth it. Got to go visit the fam and
Sure.
blah, blah, blah. So enjoy the extra couple days, T.
Yeah, I will.
And thank you, everybody. We'll be back next week for sure, and we'll all talk to you then.